Good morning, Speed Gaming. Welcome to the Final Fantasy Randomizer Spring Tournament 2019. This morning we've got for you a race between two long-standing veterans in the community. We've got ichbinmiah versus DD Gaming. Joined with me in the commentary booth today is Moist Mogwai. How you doing this morning, Mo?
I am doing fairly well. Good morning, everybody. We do have quite a show for you here today. With two very old names in the community, ichbinmiah, the man behind the scenes, the man that gets the leagues, and various other things that he just puts together in silent and doesn't get enough appreciation for. And then we have DD Gaming, who comes around every tournament, but does a lot of things on his own stream and has just been around since the OG days.
Absolutely. So, our theme for the tournament this year, Sail the High Seas. We're changing up the parties a little bit. We've got the one forced. We've got the forced white mage. That white mage is forced for everybody throughout the entire first week. But we also have a band class. Nobody can take a thief. What do you think of that class setup, Mo?
Honestly, I'm in favor of it. I know Will Bloodworth will disagree with me, but I hate thief. I don't like taking them, so when I saw that was the band class, I was like, hallelujah. I don't have to take them. And then a forced white mage, how can you even be mad at that?
I mean, I'll let you in on a little secret. I was sad when I saw forced white mage, and I was even more sad when I saw banned thief, because I am one of those people that takes a thief. I can't explain it. I just do it.
I'll take them every once in a while, but normally they take some very long naps on my streams. I will take a black belt any day over a thief, but to each their own. Obviously, this is a great week to kick it off, and just a very easy party setup for a lot of people.
All right, and we're gonna get started in a couple seconds here. We got both people rocking the Fighter Rainbow Party. With no thief picks available, I think we're probably going to see a lot of people going with this setup. Or maybe double fighter and two mages. Maybe fighter, white mage, two red mages. I know there's some people out there that hate the black mage.
I think this is a very safe party pick for this week. I wouldn't be too surprised if we end up seeing some fighters, double red mage and a white mage, depending on what level 1 magic they get for black and white, but I think it's a very safe party pick.
Right. And we're out of the gate doing some party rearranging. Black magic we've got Bane and Temper. White magic we've got Invis 2 and something.
We do see Temper and Bane very early on, which is nice to see at level 1, so we'll definitely have a lot of
That's
we did see Exit and Harm 3 as well.
If you'll give us just a moment, we've got a bit of an issue here. Looks like something happened during seed generation, and for some reason we don't have the same seed. So we're gonna get that fixed real quick, if you'll be patient with us.
It's an early morning for a lot of us. Not everyone's gotten their coffee. Hopefully DD sees our speedrun chat here. Yep, there we go.
Yep,
okay.
There we go. Okay.
Alright, and that's what will happen when you do an early morning game, folks. Everyone trying to shuffle, get their morning started, get their shower, get their coffee, get their breakfast before the game.
Absolutely. I'm useless before my first granola bar in the morning, so I can sympathize with these runners right now.
Oh, absolutely. No fault against any of them. I'm actually running coffeeless today, so... Alright, we're working behind the scenes. It looks like we're gonna get a re-roll going on. That way there's no knowledge for either party that was in the right with the magic shop. got Will Cleosis in here helping us out. Thank you very much, Will. We always appreciate your work behind the scenes.
Absolutely. Real gem, that Will.
I think we'll keep him around for a little while. For those just tuning in, we had a little bit of a sync issue with our runners. They were running different seeds. Somehow something got lost in translation there, so they've stopped. We re-rolled the seed. We're getting them worked out here. A lot of people without their coffee this morning is all.
Absolutely, and I mean, this happens from time to time. I know it's happened to me once or twice. I know I've done it once or twice. It's sad to see happen, but it's good that we can get this fixed now.
Yes, I also have been one of the people that has had this happen, so it always feels good that you can get it caught in the first 2 minutes of the race, I believe. First minute. That way the runners aren't wasting their time. Viewers aren't lost. It's definitely good to catch it earlier on. And we have Will Cleosis joining us here in the commentary booth. Thank you, Will, for helping us catch that early on and helping out in chat with the runners, getting them all sorted. We appreciate it, man.
Good morning, Moist Mogwai. Lord Fizzleby back after his great match last night. Yeah, actually, it was the tracker. Ali Gerbrap was the first to actually notice it. And this has happened before. It happens from time to time. No big deal. It's going to take a couple minutes. We'll go ahead and reset up. We're working behind the scenes right now. And it gives us a few more minutes to kind of talk about the spring tournament. And, you know, all the things that have been going on with it. We had a day 0 match before the tournament even started. After the reveal, you were involved in that, Moist Mogwai, with performance that I've ever seen when you faced off with Shadow Walker. And then last night, Lord Fizzleby, you put on one heck of a show right here on Speed Gaming as well on day 1. We're only on day 2 of the 2019 tournament. It's been action-packed. It's drama-filled. The adventure has been there. And this is just going to be such a great tournament for 2019.
Yeah, we've had a very exciting start here. I don't know who would ever do a day 0 match or capitalize on their opponent's weaknesses.
Or who would flail trying to get a show together immediately, knowing what kind of train wreck that was going to turn into.
Yeah, I have no idea who would do that. But it's been a great kickoff to the tournament, as we are on day 2, as Will mentioned. We have a lot of great matches coming this week, and so far we did have a Lord Fizzlebeef and Falconic matchup. We had a Moist Mogwai versus Shadow Walker 227 matchup. Day 0.
Yes, some of the other winners that have moved on to 1-0. One Fine Day is back. The former Fuchsia Fantasy starting to cause trouble again in the tournament and continue his winning ways. It looks like Gouda has joined the tournament, doesn't know a lot about the game, didn't get a chance to even go through our Duckling program with you, Mo. He's 1-0 last night. He won a match.
He's a very exciting one to watch, and from the beginning I knew he was going to be one to watch out for. Him and Spellsat, they were very, very new to the community before they started racing, and man, have they just gone out of the gate absolutely sprinting.
Yeah, another match that we've got coming up. We got one coming up tonight right here on the Speed Gaming family of networks, the Buzzsaw. Minochi85. He is taking on Check Race himself, Hydra Fellows. It's going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And that call is going to be, got a great team on the call for that. It's Zardia and Triton GL.
It's going to be another great matchup. We have quite a few matches that you cannot miss this time around. There are so many new people, so many good people, and then a lot of veterans that are in this tournament this time around. I think we have 46 entrants total. We have quite a few, so week 1 of this matchup is just going to be absolutely something to watch. And
all
tonight
right, looks like we're ready to get started again. Both players are... we re-rolled the seed, just to make sure it was completely fair across the board. And we should be getting started again any second now.
Our runners have the go-ahead. It looks like they're stalled a little bit at their start screens, but we should be starting here very soon once they check it out. And here we go. We're out of the gates. same party comp, fighter rainbow party, and we're gonna see what we can get here. We actually see Maya a little bit behind. We see Temper and Lit 3 for Black Magic, which is a great find again early on. You want those Tempers. They're definitely going to come in handy, especially when we get into Temple of Fiends. It's great to have them so low level.
Absolutely. I see Maya re-rolling. That's interesting.
Maya sees the magic that he wants to accommodate for. That's a very smart move early on. If you see something in level 1 that you want more charges of, re-rolling really doesn't cost you that much time, especially this early on.
Absolutely. I generally reserve my re-rolls for if I see, like, White Locked Fade or something like that, but it'll be interesting to see what exactly has caught Maya's attention so badly.
Yeah, and this was the exact type of magic that I was talking about, that we might see a fighter double red white party instead of taking a black mage. If there's something that you really want on white magic, or something that you think early on doesn't need a black mage, you're gonna gamble for later white magic that's gonna maybe give you heal or life or something that you want to see. So with the small amount of time it takes to re-roll, I'm really happy to see that that's a great move for Maya, and we'll see if it pays out.
Meanwhile, DDG storming into TOF, picked up a Coral Sword and a couple bucks. And a Silver Shield in that first chest. Not anything to write home about, but it is nice to have a weapon and one piece of armor for your fighter early in the game. That way, in case you get ambushed, your fighter's going to absorb a lot of attacks from low-level monsters, even with just a Silver Shield. But you kind of would rather see, like, the big buckets of cash.
Yeah, this early on, you definitely do want to see money over anything else. It is nice to get a little bit of a weapon, just so you don't have to buy it. But again, that's where you want the cash for the save items, the heals, cures, anything else that you can see in there. Maybe magic you couldn't afford. But, you know, maybe they'll find something depending on the route that they take. And we do see King giving the cube, Princess giving the canoe. So that opens up a lot of avenues for our runners here. As far as where they can go on the continent, we do have extended open progression on. So they were already pretty mobile with that free bridge and free canal. But with a canoe, now they can make it down to the Crescent Lake area without, you know, much struggle, unless something is just nasty in that river system.
I mean, I'll tell you right now, when I was running practice seeds for this, the seed that I hated to see the most was Canoe and Nothing, because that just opens up so much more stuff that could be holding the ship and the floater, which is really our goal in the early game here.
Yeah, they don't call it Sail the High Seas for nothing. And if you caught my match, I did a lot of ocean time, as you'll see a lot of our runners do before you end up finding where the floater is. And, you know, as everyone who's playing likes to see the floater early, for our viewers, you love to see them get it later in games, so that you really have to see them make routing decisions and really diverge off just the beaten path to see where the two go.
Alright, Maya finishing up a bit of shopping in Corneria, got his cube, got his canoe. See if he heads east or west. Based on how he's going through the forest, I'm gonna assume east.
Yeah, it looks like
DDG skipped Matoya. I wonder if Maya will make that check.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a gamble just to see if maybe a loose item got pushed there into those chests. It's very seldom that it does, but we do have 2 loose items in these flag sets, so it's not a bad check, and he did save just before the river system up to her. So he can reset out here. But there's a white shirt. That's a great early pickup.
And $2,000. That's nothing to sneeze at either.
No, Maya's gonna go ahead and book it out of there, make sure he saves with those. It was worth the tent burn, or the cabin, burn, for that white shirt alone, as well as the money. And it looks like we have Melman and Provoca.
Looks like that's not what DDG wanted to see. He resets back to Corneria and heads west. Excellent usage of saving at a route split so that you can go the other direction real quickly.
Yeah, I don't think either of our runners are going to be happy about a Melman and Provoca. I mean, that's level 5 magic. It's not what you want to see this early on. You don't have slab. It's worthless to you at this point. But we do see gold bracelet over there in Dwarf Cave for free, which is also nothing to sneeze at.
Early gold bracelet is the best armor you can get for your mages, and to get it this early will really solve some of those durability issues that Maya seems to be having.
Yeah. Not having to buy that is a huge pickup there. Especially since we do have a rainbow mage party on one side and now 2 red mages on the other side. That's a great pickup. Something they don't want to buy, but is a great early grab.
Looks like Maya's going for a Zozo Melman grind. That's an interesting play. I don't recall the armor shops. I wonder if he's looking for something, or looking to afford something.
I didn't see anything too notable of pickup on Didi when he was there, but it looks like Elfland we see on Rag, and he's gonna go ahead and sprint down to Marsh Cave, which, I mean, it's the move you should make. It's an incentive location, but with these low levels, it never feels good going to Marsh this early.
I mean, my default play is, we've officially started the game, let's sprint for Marsh. So I'm a fan of this play. I like it.
Yeah. He'll get something out of here. Whether it'll give him use in the early game, we will find out. But, oh, I hate Marsh. I think everybody hates Marsh.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's worse places. C is the place that really rankles me from time to time. But I will admit, Marsh is a lot easier to deal with when you know there's an incentive item in there.
Yeah, I mean, it does force you to go there in some cases where that will be your progression item, but with Canoe so early, I'm wondering if this will just be something like a ribbon for him, which is nothing to turn your head at, but maybe it's not what he's hoping to get here. Maybe he's hoping to dig the floater out, get some more mobility. Maybe he's hoping it's the ship. He seems to be making it through just fine, but Maya had his fighter and I believe his white mage tanked down on the ground there in that last encounter he took in Melman.
Looks like Maya's heading back to Corneria rather than just take a risk on whatever Crescent Island is. That's definitely the safety play right there.
Yeah, with so little save items, the river system right now is going to be a little bit dangerous for these two until they can afford more, because you definitely want to save often and reset often in there, so you're not taking encounters that you don't want. It looks like there wasn't too much in the top of Marsh. We got a house, we got some gold, but nothing too life-changing in that top there.
I guess we're going to carry the house out. I think we've got some experience, so we might as well use the save item.
Yeah, if he can get out of here and get his spell charges back, that'll feel nice. He got some levels in there. I think he'll feel better if he can actually make it out of this alive.
Mm-hmm. Picking up some falchions at the store for the red mages.
We have Maya going for the 3 strats. I think he's maybe the first runner of this tournament so far that is danning a character. I didn't catch all of Tarnin's match against Spellzap, but I think this might be the first person that is actually manipulating the experience.
Committing to it out of the gate, certainly. I guess Maya was certainly unimpressed with level 1 white magic, and I don't recall level 5 white magic, but he must not have seen anything he wanted there either.
No.
If that's the case, then I wholeheartedly support just leaving that white mage face down.
Yeah, his gamble so far is paying off, and as Will had mentioned to us earlier, Maya rerolled last year, and narrowly allowed him to beat Will. So I think he's going just going for this Dan strats here, hoping it pays off in the later. We don't know what's going to be level 2, we don't know what's going to be 3 or 4, but we're very unimpressed so far with white magic, and I don't hate this play fizzle.
Our tracker, Ali Jabrap in chat, pointing out that Life 2 was at level 5, but it was Red Mage learnable. So in that scenario, the White Mage really isn't adding anything. It's just a warm body with Life 2 charges that's soaking up experience. No, I support this Dan play, the more I look at it.
And there is Maya getting that gold bracelet, happily equipping it, and that rune sword. Not hating his decisions at all. He's gonna try it and probably go straight to Elfland, maybe check out what is in Marsh afterwards, but hopefully we'll see Didi get to the incentive location so we can see whether or not this is even a needed play at this point.
What's in the box? It's a bottle, and I do not believe we've seen Gaia, but that could be Crescent Island.
We have not seen Gaia yet. We've seen Onrak, we've seen Melman, of course, Canaria. If it's needed, we'll see, but right now, it's a fairy in a bottle for us.
Mm-hmm.
See Maya discovering Onrak is in Vanilla Elfland. Gonna stock up on some stuff. We'll see if he goes right or left. I'd be very curious to see if he just books it right.
I think the runners at this point have to be making the internal calculation. All right, we've got a canoe and nothing, so we're still on an incentive hunt, and we have two options on this continent. We've got marsh and we've got ice. Where are we going? Or are we headed to Volcano to look for loose? Maya's headed in the east direction.
Yeah. And we do have to play that maybe Crescent Lake is Crescent Lake in these flags. I mean, sometimes the towns do end up in their vanilla location, so he may get a free item out of this. Yeah. We're about to find out. And it is Lefane. Also, not what you want to see early on. And you see Maya's taking a second here to really think through where he's going to go next.
Yep, that was the town that we wanted to see the least. And looks like we're headed back to Marsh Cave. Maya does not feel confident to take on either Volcano or Ice right now, and honestly, I think he's level 3. I don't blame him. And with Lupaville over there, there's no easy access to an inn for a grind over there, which just makes all problems even worse.
Yeah, he's low on save items, he's low on heals. I mean, Volcano Armory is always an easy pickup, but Ice right now, and even Marsh right now, it's not what you want to do this low, but the gamble would be more on Marsh than it is Ice at this point.
Mm-hmm. Well, DDG has escaped the Marsh Cave and is headed east. Be interesting to see where they go after they find the not good surprise of Crescent Isle.
Looks like Maya's gonna take some encounters here in the river system. He's wanting to get some levels here. Probably just... He hasn't seen anything nasty yet, so it's a well enough place to grind for XP, but it's an interesting play.
No, yeah, I like this. It's the section of river that's closest to an inn. And he's not confident in his levels to go anywhere, so this is where we sit until we get through all our spell charges. I like it.
We definitely see Maya coming out of this very strong, trying to make plays his opponent wouldn't. We see Didi Gaming, who doesn't play very often, comes around for tournament times, and full beats, or full clears the vanilla game here, maybe once a year? I think he's trying to just kind of take advantage of the fact that his opponent doesn't play too often, and while he's still very good, knows the game, I think Maya's hoping that his gambles might pay off here in the end.
Mm-hmm. Maya going on a bit of a shopping trip, topping off his heal potions, staying at the almost certainly overpriced inn.
It's no Motel 8 here.
No, it's the one good building in town, so of course they're going to overcharge for it. DD Gaming in the river system now. So, let's pretend we're DD Gaming right now. We get to Crescent, we discover Sadness. Where do we go from there? Do we do the loose item play in Volcano, or do we decide to put all our eggs in the ice basket?
I think at this point, he'll probably go ice because it's the next incentive location. But for me personally, I would go check and just see if I can get something in Volcano Armory. Maybe more armor, maybe a weapon for my fighter that we really haven't gotten much of. I would make the gamble there first just to see if I can get anything that would help me live through ice.
Right. I hesitate, but I agree with that. I am not a fan of armory check if we're not killing carry, but we've only got level 1 magic, and I don't think we have the levels to support an ice dive.
Yeah.
It's just a real bad scenario all around, I think.
That would feel a lot better if I just had something on my knight that would, make me feel a little bit more comfortable. We see an XP fight here on DD Gaming's side. There's 4. We haven't seen those on Maya's yet, so we don't know if they have anything nasty. We don't know their health, but 1 lit 3 does not take them out. And there goes the Black Mage. He's resetting, yeah.
We don't know their health, but they certainly have power. So
yeah, they
that's
definitely slap a little bit hard there. We see Maya going ahead and making the marsh play, checking top. Not too impressed, but he does get that house, and I think he is also going to walk out, get his charges back. Nope, resetting out. Making me a fool on commentary here today, Maya. Will putting out in chat, considering doubling all the way back to pop. Yeah, I think at this point with the charges that they have and the availability for some of the save items, that might get them to a comfortable level before they go down into Ice Cave. I wouldn't hate that play, but...
That's a long trip out of the way, though. There's a lot
it's
more
a
useful
walk.
things we could be doing.
Yeah. I hate making that walk, but we do see Didi going up to the Ice Cave. So low level.
I like this. I mean, it's no hesitation, just straight to the Ice Cave. Let's see if something in there barbecues us, and if not, maybe we can skate through on only level 1 magic.
He is a man on a mission, but he's not going to Ice Cave now. He was last turnaround, but it looks like he's going up to Provoca and Pop area.
Hold up, I guess we are headed for that pop grind. So, I think the plan he's going for here is we do the pop grind, and then we pick up level 5 magic. So we have that second level of magic, including life 2, and that'll get us through Ice Cave. If he's not confident enough to take it on now, because I know I'd be hesitating.
Yeah, I mean, he is one of our old schoolers here. He does have a house in his inventory, so he can take a little bit of a grind, get his spell charges back up. I will call it tier first, but, not too many people do pop grinds anymore.
Looks like we're heading west now. Maybe to Provoca?
I don't remember. Was there something there that he's looking for other than that inn?
Head straight to the Black Magic shop. It's Ice 2, Quad X Bane, not things we want for Ice Cave.
Didi did go to Provoca. I thought he checked the magic, but maybe he didn't. But he has been here to see that this was the town, for knowledge.
Yeah.
Nothing here was going to help him in his adventure with ice.
Yeah, Life 2 Red Mage learnable. Life and Life 2 on the same level. You never want to see that.
No, you want those spread apart, for sure.
That only reinforces Maya's decision to Dan the White Mage, I think.
Maybe he didn't take well enough notes the first time through, but he's gonna go ahead and get that knowledge, take the notes, and go back down. I feel like we're gonna see him go to Ice Cave at this point.
Mm-hmm. Or...
He's a little rusty. He's got to remember the maps.
We're getting... Look, we got a Fitbit on. We got to rack up the numbers. We're just gonna... Yeah, we're gonna take the scenic route. There's a lot of tiles that don't get a lot of love.
Yeah, you gotta get to those 10,000 steps one way or another.
Right. Maya's out of the Marsh Cave. Knows now that his destination is volcano or ice. Let's see how he chooses to prepare and get there.
Yeah, seeing that bottle, Maya is probably less than enthusiastic about the start of this seed for him.
Absolutely. He's done a lot of doubling back.
Yeah.
He's probably feeling under the gun right now.
He knows he's going to have to make some risky plays here and some plays that he doesn't want to do. And we do see Didi did go to the ice cave, so we're going to see here if this one pays out. But we know their progression is very narrowed down of where it can be at this point.
Right.
And it's not where either of our runners feels comfortable at their levels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the gamble. Do we go for the consistent or do we hope for loose? And we don't have the firepower necessarily to take on either.
Yeah. I really do hate this play for both of them, but it's really where the game is leading them. Fizzle, what do you think is actually going to come out of Ice Cave? Do you think it's going to be floater? Do you think they're going to get ship and have to sail the high seas as their tournament is named?
My guess is ship at this point. Getting canoe straight out of the gate tells me that the logic really is pointing us at Ice Cave. I think it's going to be ship.
I gotta say the same. With how the seed has been going, I don't think it's gonna give them any kind of freebies or cookies at this point. I think it's gonna keep them on the edge of the discomfort from here on. Seeds that start nasty tend to be nasty for a little bit as far as their friendliness level.
Right.
So I also think we're gonna get the ship out of here. I don't know that Volcano is gonna yield anything, but I do think they might find a sword there of some sorts for their fighters. But we'll see if either of them even go there. This early on, especially if they get the ship, maybe they'll sail out of the inner sea. Canal is free in these seeds, so they do have a lot of options once they find their mobility.
Maya making good pace heading clockwise. I can only assume that means he's also made the decision that we're gonna have to do ice, and there's nothing we can do about it.
It's always nice when you're not in these seeds and you can see runners kind of just spin their wheels a little bit going, okay, this is where I have to go. I'm gonna shot first. I don't like it, but this is where I'm going.
Yep.
And we have an unrunnable pack here on Didi's screen. He's been seeing a couple of these. Probably not too happy to see them.
Ooh, Maya's doing the pop grind. Alright then.
Yeah, Maya definitely does not feel confident about doing an ice play this early on with his low levels. I mean, we're 22 minutes in here, our runners don't have mobility, so they know it's not going to be a jet seed.
Mm-hmm.
And Maya's trying to prepare the best that he can for that.
Ordinarily, when you do a pop grind, it's recommended that you have Fire 3 or Nuke or Fade. Lightning 3 does work, because the fun thing about the lightning spells is that there aren't a lot of things that are necessarily weak to it. But, well, there's everything in the sea is weak to it, but outside of that, nothing really. But there's also not a whole lot that resists lightning. It has the least resistances of any of the elements.
It's not the worst spell to see, but yeah, our runners would definitely like a nuke or a fade or something that's more powerful at this point. Especially when they have to go through that ice cave so early. All signs are pointing them there. Hopefully we'll see what Didi gets out of here to even see if this is the play right now, or if something just happened to be loose for progression in Volcano.
Mm-hmm. Oh, looks like Didi's progress is a bit further back. I wonder if they took a wipe at some point.
There were some unrollable packs that I think he just reset out of.
Right.
You don't want to burn too many spell charges because you do have to walk out at this point. So all of these unrunnable packs are not being too friendly with him.
We've got 9 charges of Lightning 3 left, so all of these unrunnable packs are just bad news.
Yeah, I think we're going to see Didi kind of beat his head in here for a little while, just going back and forth, where we see Maya trying to prepare a little bit. He knows where he has to go. He knows what his threshold of comfortability is to even get there. So the pop grind, I think, was very smart on his part. Get some spell charges, get some levels, just kind of stack yourself as much as you can before you go into a place that you don't want to see.
Dee moving around with poison. Do they have any cures? I don't think they do. Ooh, this is bad news.
Not good for them. Some nice music for our fans here to hear on the overworld type of situations.
The screaming will continue until morale improves.
And he didn't check the right or the left chest there before dropping down in ice.
No, he's gonna sprint for the incentive chest.
He is a man on a mission.
We gotta make it to that incentive chest because we have to figure out if this is where we need to be. Because if we open Ruby or at this point, I think even the floater, I think that's the message that that gives him a message of, you know, we can come back to this place once we have more levels because we're still looking for the ship.
And there's the wipe. That's not what he wanted to see. He's gonna take a second to think before he jumps back in. In chat, Smashy, Trap Talon Melmond. That is a flag that we have turned on called Zozo Melmond. So in certain encounter tiles in Melmond, you can in fact take fights. Oh, we're gonna see Didi go back in.
Shadow Walker in chat. Pointing out that Onrak was at Elfland, so what if Ice has the Oxyale? You know what? I think that would be an improvement at this point, because we've got Lightning 3, and there's buckets of experience in C, so at the very least, we could get, 10 levels as we do our Mermaids check.
You could get levels, and you could definitely do that very easy early on Mermaid check, or at least sprint there and hope you get there. I think I would prefer that over this ice cave we're seeing on DD's side at this point. Oh, we're gonna see Maya go to the same exact place. He's going ice cave as we predicted. A little bit more levels, but he doesn't know what's gonna be there yet. But he's burning off his encounters. He's being very smart about his encounter table, knowing when he has walk, when to burn encounters, when to hard reset. Maya is playing very well.
Yeah, he's mapped the beginning of the table, and that enormous walk at the beginning of Ice Cave only proves it.
He's also going to see those bones that tend to hold, and he's going to have to burn 2 light 3s here that isn't favorable this early on, but Maya is prepared for this.
Anytime you see a spell list, that's a time bomb. There's nothing saying that just because they cast, Hold and then Dark, that doesn't mean the next one can't be Lightning 3. So anytime I see a spell list, that tells me that that's a fight that one way or another I have to end ASAP, and if I got party members that are paralyzed, then I've got to lean on the Lightning 3, no matter how badly I want to save it for later.
Yeah, if my knight goes down, I see a spell list coming out, all of my other party members are just nuking everything on sight. Anything I have, everything I have, I'm throwing it out there. And while it hurts and it burns the charges, I'd rather that than, wiping.
DD skipping the Frost Dragon chests. Yep, skipping the 6 chests. He's heading straight for those incentives. He has to know. He absolutely has to know.
Yeah, if he can pull this off and he can at least get, cremate from sorcerers. Also not what he wants to see here with all party members poisoned, but if he can just get knowledge of what's in here, he'll know whether or not this is the play or something is loose in Volcano, and he can go to a far more comfortable place. I don't even think he's gonna check the chest here, Fizzle.
Well, he's got 70 heal potions, so he has the 3 spaces to maneuver, but it'll be interesting. I could also see him just he's going for the chests. A cabin.
Loose adamant.
Item. Ooh. That's a thing we want to carry out. That could be anything.
Yeah, if he can get that out of here, that can just absolutely just change his entire course. I didn't look too scary. He's gonna pick up a level here.
No, I support the I kill, because it's here, and it usually has 100 hit points, and we've got Lightning 3, so sure. And we get the herb out of the chest. Oh, it's fetch quests all the way down. This is not what we want to see.
This seed is gonna make our runners work. That's 2 items that we're gonna have to go turn in to see if they give us any sort of mobility. We have Adamant we can go to Dwarf Cave for if he can get out of here with it, and then we have the Incentive Ice location giving us herb.
Looks like he's gonna take advantage of the eye.
Yeah.
Gonna take a couple more shots at the eye, but he's using magic that he needs to hang on to get out of here. I'm concerned about this.
Yeah, with how much he has to run out of here still, I don't like it at this point, but I can understand why he's feeling like he needs to do that. I've done this, but I've also had it burn me on my walkout, where I lose everything, my levels, the progression items I found. It hurts to see, but I understand.
Maya clearing out the Frost Dragon chests. We get a couple bucks in the tent, so nothing lost there. But with the 2 loose items, it's always painful to skip any chest, because there will always be that thing in the back of your mind. The further you go in the game, was the thing I was looking for in one of those chests that I skipped. And you never want to double back to a dungeon you've already cleared after an hour to look at those 3 or 4 boxes you skipped.
Yeah, that's where the regret really sets in. You make early gambles saying, I don't need these, and then it turns out that's exactly what you needed to finish the game.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see Maya really playing smart, but he's also playing safe in some regards.
No, Maya came prepared. He's got softs, he's got pures, he's got a decent complement of heals. 6 boxes. Ooh,
crown.
Oh no! Oh no!
That is something we did not see on DD Gaming's side. There was a light axe, which does help clear you through some enemies down here, and a loose crown. So there are 2 loose items, both in ice.
That's some bad news for DD Gaming.
Oh no. Wow. You don't see anything very often be 2 loose in the same dungeon, and that being your exact marker. And DD
Especially
Gaming...
ice is not that chest dense.
No. The chances of that are so low, and if that ends up being the floater, Maya's gonna just take this entire game. That will be a huge lead if that leads to something that DD is gonna absolutely need here, and have to come back here later in the game.
Arbone's giving him some trouble, but he manages to get out with, hold and sleep, holding him down. That would have been a painful wipe, but Maya would have had the knowledge and would have headed straight back there.
I want to see him continue on with the eye grind. I think he's all out of lit 3 charges, and he's just going for the, going for the fight strats here. You still gotta get out, buddy. I liked it in the beginning, but I didn't like burning all of the magic charges, especially since he didn't pick up that light axe that Maya did just for some free AoE on some of these undead enemies.
No, absolutely, and as soon as we step into that hole, we're hitting an unrunnable undead pack.
Elastoid pointing out he is going to be walking by those chests again to get out. He is. I just really wonder if he's going to take the extra steps to go down there again. It's definitely possible. It's not out of the realm of possibility as far as that goes. He could very well have said, I'll get this on my way out because I know I have to be walking. And I really hope that he does, especially for that light axe and, our second loose item, but...
It's definitely possible, but with a full poison party, and we're, I think, starting to run low on heal potions, I think it's a coin flip whether they go for him or not.
Yeah, I mean, in his head he may have been saying, I'm gonna get them on my way out, but knowing he's poisoned, knowing he's low on heals on the way out, I don't know that he will, but we will find out, because, I mean, we're seeing Maya catch up at this point, as far as
Maya
getting
runs
this
from
about him.
eye.
He runs. Maya's like, no, not today. I want my item, and I want out. And you see him take a moment there to pause and kind of go, okay, I have this item, I have this item. Where am I going to go next? He knows he's going to have to go through a little bit of a fetch quest tango here to see what his progression is actually going to be, but he has the knowledge He has the levels. He's utilizing that light axe, as I said, that was going to be very handy here.
Yeah, no, it's a great geometry problem. You know, I started ice. What's closer, Dwarf Cave or Elf Castle? Like, I mean, we're clearly hitting both, but you know, which one's closer? What's the route we take?
Didi getting up there in levels. Obviously we saw Maya take the pop grind for some levels before he came in here. You see Didi getting those in here. I feel like he has enough health now that he could walk out without any issue, but if he's low in heal potions with that poison, that could be the end of him.
We're below 30 heal potions. And we still have an unrunnable undead pack to take on. Minimum one of those, because we could see them on the bottom floor, we could see them on the top floor. I'm starting to get nervous. I'm starting to bite my teeth a little on this.
Yeah, my jaw is clenching a little bit. I know if he finds that lead axe, he'll be happier if he goes down to those chests, but I want to see him get out of here with all of these levels. I want to see him make a play out of this, but I also want to see him go get that loose item.
Speaking of getting out, Maya is first out of the ice cave. He's going to start his victory tour of the Inner Sea. As you know, our theme for the tournament, Run the High Seas.
Sail, even. You can run them, you can sail them. That is the theme for this tournament, and while we didn't plan it to always be a sea sailing seed, we have seen a lot of them lately. We've had a lot of runners not find early floaters, get jet seeds, and really have to utilize the dock system for extended open progression.
Maya was headed for Volcano, but then reset. I wonder if that was not his intention. Yeah, no, he's...
Yeah, I think he made a me mistake, where you go down the wrong inner canal system. You're trying to get out, and then you end up at Volcano, and you're like, this isn't where I wanted to be.
Yeah, you know how it is. You know, you have a few drinks, you get in the canoe, you start paddling around, suddenly you're at a volcano, and you don't know what you're doing there. We've all done it.
It happens to everybody.
Yeah.
Didi making a little progress out of here. Having to really utilize those heals to keep that knight alive.
Taking a stop at the on-rack item shop, got a refill on heals, probably some cures, maybe a house or two. Gonna be a big shopping trip we got here, I think.
Yeah, Maya has plenty of money. He's gonna make it rain a little bit on this town, get everything that he needs, and then go on the wonderful quest of turning in fetch quest shuffle items.
Alright, Didi, we're about to cross the 20 heal potions mark. It's time to abandon ship. We gotta...
Yeah, we are now about to be less than 10. So I feel like he's gonna go back in for the eye. Didi,
Yep.
Didi, why? Trent GL, thanks for joining in on chat. This has not been a very easy seed so far for runners. They have canoe, but not much other progression here as we hit the 38-minute mark. And while things haven't been especially nasty, they have not been especially friendly either. But we do see Maya found an extra loose item that Didi does not have knowledge of right now, and we're gonna see where that takes him. He turns the urban and he does get the ship!
Oh,
Maya has mobility. That is absolutely huge at this point, and this could be the takeaway point where Maya really puts a gap in their lead. Didi does not... He has the herb, so he can get the ship, but he doesn't know about the crown, and we're about to see if Maya's gonna find out what that crown leads to. Maybe it could be the floater, maybe it's gonna be an item that we need to get into, say, Mirage, or get through Earth.
I believe we also have... Yeah, we also have the adamant. We got the crown and the adamant. That's 2 shots to maybe pick up the floater and then just run away.
And there's the
there
floater.
We go.
There it is.
Oh.
Maya has everything he wants right now.
It's like a reverse commentary curse. I love it.
That is gonna be the absolute just gap in their time. If Didi is leaving Ice Cave, Didi does not have that crown to get the floater. He's going to be sailing for quite some time because he does have the herb. He can go see what that is, but... Oh,
Didi's
is that
no
going to
longer
hurt to watch
poisoned.
back?
Didi's no longer poisoned. I don't think he actually made it out. I think he
No,
died.
he's low health. He wiped. He wiped. He doesn't have any of those levels. He doesn't have his items. Oh no.
Adamant turns into Crystal. The fetch quest continues.
Yeah, Adamant to TNT into Crystal. But Maya is about to go get his airship, so that won't feel so bad for him. But with Didi wiping, not getting those levels, not having the incentive item or the one loose that he did find, I think he's gonna go try for a pop grind at this point. But he lost a little bit of time there.
So let's say I'm in Didi's position. Seeing what I've seen in Ice Cave, you know, I've got to come up with a plan on how to deal with that. The very, very first item on that plan, we got to go back to Canaria. We got to get like 20 pures. Because there's just way too much stuff with Stinger in there. Poison just compounds over time, the more you let it damage you. And that's... If we really want to commit to that eye grind, then we need to save as many heal potions as possible, and that means having as little poison as possible. Problem number 2, I think we just need a few more levels. Meanwhile, Maya bumps into Provoca at, I believe, Melmond, finding level 2 heal 3.
He's just gonna pass up the best spell in the game there, Fizzle. He didn't pick up Lamp.
I know.
And just like that, Maya's dead to me. He's gonna lose this game. But Maya's gonna be the first one to find Provoca here in Melmond. See what Bicky might be handing out to him. But, you know, he just had that lamp play.
I don't want to tell people how to play this game. I'm just gonna say, in my race last night, Lamp was cast, the turn Chaos died. I'll let you put the dots together.
We see loot from Bicky, which isn't gonna give him much now, but as we all know, we're gonna need that here for the end game. So it's good to get that out of the way. We know where our 2 loose items are. Maya's gotta be feeling pretty good. He got a lot of the things out of the way, sub 1 hour. We're 42 minutes in here, almost. He can go get his floater. He has his loose items. Everything from here is more of a planned, just fine-tuned machine.
Didi making a volcano check. So here's how this could pan out. If we find both of the loose ribbons in Volcano, that's going to solve a lot of Didi's problems in Ice Cave, because it kind of solves the Stinger problem, it definitely solves the Crack problem, and anything else that might be in there. Arbones had Hold and Sleep, and who knows what else. If we can dig a ribbon out of here, this could pan out.
Yeah, Didi is by no means out of this game. Maya's about to be flying, which is fantastic, but the execution from Didi here on out is really going to tell us, you know, who's going to be in the lead, who's behind. He doesn't have that knowledge of that second loose item, but he does know that first one. He does know the incentive item in Ice. He unfortunately wiped, but he's getting levels here. Volcano is a much safer play at this point, and he could possibly find some gear in here that will get him through the rest of the match. We see started giving Ruby.
Just taunting that poor Titan, his neighbor, just keeping his food from him. What a jerk.
How dare he? Your neighbor comes and asks you for a cup of sugar, and you have a whole cup of Ruby there. You don't even share it.
I know, it's terrible. The whole neighborhood went down after Melman moved out.
The economy crashed. The housing market was terrible. Not much there other than that heal staff and that dragon sword, but Maya doesn't want any of that. He's gonna come on back out.
No, I agree with that. There's nothing notable, I think, for me there.
Oh, we see Didi pick up the Sun Sword. That is a great pickup for his fighter and his Red Mage. You can move that Rune Sword on over. You got the Sun Sword on the fighter. That feels far better swinging that than what he had on there previously.
We've got Elfland. Level 3 Black Magic, we've got Fire 3 and Brack. Maya doing the excellent thing of checking both white and black
and we
before
see
deciding what to buy.
2 there.
Red mages can't do Invis 2 and they can't do Wall.
No, that hurts to see that, but...
That's bad news. But, as a consolation prize, we got Fire 3 and we got Brack. or we just have Fire 3.
You don't need to protect yourself if you set everything on fire. That's what I've heard.
True. Yeah. Interesting going with Invis 1. I kind of like that play. It gives us an option for Topher bosses.
Yeah, something is better than nothing there.
Actually, no, he has the white shirt, so we could see white shirt and Viz, and we've got our fighter to evade cap in 2 rounds.
Mm-hmm. Especially if he doesn't find the defense sword, that'll be a good just little extra in case we see something that is dangerous in Topher. I do like that play. It's better to over-prepare than under-prepare when you're going into Temple of Fiends Revisited.
Nothing to write home about in level 4 white magic, and then we've got fast and zap if we feel like it.
So far, all we've seen in Volcano Armory is a pro ring. But nothing else too notable other than some money, which DD does need. There's a silver bracelet, which isn't bad, because I don't think he bought any of the gold.
No.
It's a little bit of gear for his light warriors.
And looks like we're making a trip to Lefane location. See what's over there. Heck of a run. Maya taking full advantage of the good early run in the encounter table to basically make it the whole distance with no encounters.
Yeah, Maya's definitely manipulating that encounter table to his liking there. He's doing a really great job. We see Crescent Lake.
Slab
with
for
the
sale, 60
slab.
grand.
I don't think we can afford that just quite yet.
No, I don't think we have the
Not
stuff
for
to get there.
64,000. That is a very, very expensive tablet there.
Oh, and 55 grand for gold bracelets. This is the rich end of town. This is the vacation destination. Level 6 Fade.
Oof.
Red learnable. Well, Red Wizard learnable. And Nuke, not Red Wizard learnable. 1 out of 2 ain't bad.
I'll take 1 over 0, but he's got it. Yeah, he's just looking at that going, ugh. Now what I want. Slab is overpriced. What are the sages gonna give me here as they run around in their discombobulated yoga circle?
Absolutely. I mean, who knows? Maybe they think it still is a yoga circle. We don't know. We can't judge them.
To them, it is a circle.
Yeah.
They're doing exactly what they did to me the other day. As soon as you go to talk to them, they just run the other direction.
Yep.
And we see Chime.
Ooh. You know what that means? We got Chime and we got Cube.
So we got everything that we need for Mirage and Sky. We have our loose items. We have the loot for a Temple of Fiends Revisited. He's got to be feeling pretty good right now.
Absolutely. At this point, I think it's a question. So, because we have both of loose items, at this point it's a question of, do we clean up the incentive locations, or do we start theme dungeons? We're gonna investigate the rest of the towns. Oh, what is on-rack location at this point? Gaia, I think, actually. We have the bottle.
Yep, so you can go ahead and turn in his bottle while he's here. Check out magic that he won't be buying. Maybe Armor Shop will have something here for him.
Well, I mean, if we already have armor, then we can pass on the iron armor, but I don't
And
remember
nothing
what
but
Maya
gear
has
is
for
here.
armor.
He's not doing too bad if I remember the last time that he went through his menu to equip, but I mean, you can always look for improvements this early on in the game.
Exactly. Hey, Tail. I believe Maya's Knight. Yeah, we're just below 15. This is excellent time to turn in that Tail, but we should probably clean up Waterfall while we're here.
Yeah, class changing very early on is definitely great, especially when you want to get some magic for your knight once you class change.
Mm-hmm.
And
it looks
he's
like
the
we're
play
doing
I did.
exactly that.
I do believe, as Demon Frog pointed out, that Maya has dragon armor. I think he did pick that up. I don't know whether or not he reset out, but I remember seeing that somewhere. I'm gonna see Didi still continue on through the volcano. Nothing too much of note here, but he is getting some levels along the way. He's gonna go ahead and take some agamas while he's here to kind of make up for that wipe in Ice Cave, which I think is a smart play, but he's really gonna have to turn on the gas here pretty soon.
I wonder if we're taking this opportunity to do an agama grind, because, I mean, Pop was clearly off the table just because it's so far out of the way. But he seemed to want to go straight for Volcano. I wonder if an agama grind is part of the strategy.
They seem like they hit a little bit hard. I don't think he can spend much time here with them. A couple might get him a level or two, but I wouldn't take this.
Under 300 health, and we're desperate for options. Oh, we're also running out of magic. That's a bad sign. But
yeah.
He's conserving a lightning 3 charge on the Black Mage.
Oh, Mazmoon pick up an Oxio from Maya.
Things just continue to get better for Maya.
He's seeing everything he wants to see. Yeah, not much else there, but that Mazmoon pickup for him is just fantastic for that fighter.
Mm-hmm. So we're leaving Waterfall. I can guess that class change is next on the table. Where do we go after that? Because we really have options now.
Yeah.
We could hit Sea, we could hit Mirage Sky, we could hit Ordeals. We could hit Volcano.
Yeah, I don't know what Maya's gonna do. He is playing a little bit safe here. Like you said, he can do Sea, he can go all the way through Sky at this point. He can go to Volcano. And he just found an Excal as well. His knight is
oh, wow.
not hurting for weapons here after class change. I don't know where I would go at this point. He's got to feel a little bit ahead. He did make some plays that definitely got him there. He did find that second loose item, but he is still keeping that foot firmly on the gas.
Oh yeah.
But I think at this point he may be trying to take out some easier themes, so maybe he does go to the Volcano play just to get an Orblit sub-hour.
Mm-hmm.
If he can get down there quick enough. But we are at the 52-minute mark. Ali making a good point. Maybe he doesn't feel ahead because he did reset to change his party comp. But he does know Didi well enough to know that he doesn't play as much as he does. He does know that he knows the game, he's been an OG in the community, but he doesn't play it regularly. So maybe he thinks that he has knowledge of the flags, maybe he feels ahead.
Possibly. Both his early routing and the time he spent re-rolling have got to be weighing in his mind, so I don't think we'll see Maya taking it easy anytime soon.
No, he's still firmly on the gas with his resets here, that's saving, and we just found a ribbon. So yeah, he definitely feels better about that, but he's just going. He's not wasting time, he's not meandering around.
Got a vendor sword, alright. This gear, yep, I would be happy to have basically all this. So the next question for Maya is, when do we stop opening boxes? Because we've got Excal, we've got Mazza, we've got a ribbon, and we're likely to find another ribbon in an incentive location. What more do we need?
I mean, he does have decent armor. He has a weapon that he wants, especially a secondary one for one of his red mages here. But I think we're still going to be seeing him open just a little bit. Maybe he'll find another loose ribbon if it's in the way. We're still or not loose, but we're still missing an incentive ribbon. But he's looking pretty stacked here. And Will pointing out in chat, what would he still be looking for? The Vorpal? He is class change. He can swing it. We don't have Muppet babies on screen anymore. And as we know in my match with Shadow Walker, that's how you don't do 6-minute chaos fights. We're gonna see what's gonna be in our incentive ordeals. And these flag sets, we have Ice Cave, we have ordeals, and we have Marsh Cave, as well as about 2 loose items here. And we found all of those and know everything except for what's here in ordeals. So we're gonna see if he gets a very easy pillar order here.
Already stumbles at the first gate. That's,
yep.
let's hope that doesn't set the tone. It's being a little kind in places.
Yeah, but we all know we love this music, and this is what we're here for, is to just hear these maybe
Absolutely.
half a second worth of ordeals music.
That first tone, that first tone is why I have been in this community for 2 years.
You get one note and one note only.
Yep. Already through the pillar maze. Taking a sorcerer fight, I generally like to fight the sorcerers. Maybe not when they have a skill list. Especially cremate.
I don't like seeing cremate no matter what level I am. I went out of there, I don't like seeing a screen full of them, and it looks like he's having a little bit of a hard time here. He's gonna burn some he's gonna run. Okay.
Yep.
So Maya gets out of that. He's out of the pillar maze. He's gonna get some items here very shortly. Didn't lose any party members. And we're gonna see Dee go to the red dragon chest.
Oh, I'm getting nervous. I'm sensing that Dee Dee's gonna be taking on Carrie, and I do not know how we win that fight.
I don't know. He did burn a lot of his charges there on the Agamas. He does have a mage staff, but I'm a little bit worried. And all for 2 gold.
Knocked on the wrong dragon's door, that's all there is to it.
Yeah, that dragon wasn't guarding much. We're gonna see Maya continue to get some gear and options here that he doesn't need at this point, but he's welcome to see all of them. But I'd be very curious to see Dee Dee's strats here on Carrie.
Mm-hmm. Maya getting the key out of ordeals will open up a lot of boxes if he continues to hunt for something.
Yeah, that will definitely get Maya some more stuff that he might be really searching for. And then also, you know, Temple of Fiends Revisited. He needs that item. We're gonna see, did he play this pretty strong with his knight? He's putting all of his cards in that basket. He's gonna temper it, and he's gonna try and go for swinging. He doesn't have much to use on the red mage anymore, but he's gonna continue to temper. He did save charges on that red mage for this very exact thing, so it looks like this was his plan all along.
We might get there with the power of a Sun Sword and Temper, but... Oh yeah, Carrie doesn't do anything against an armored target. I think Dee Dee has this.
Yeah, he played well, and there it is. He has his first orb lit, and that's our first one in the game here lit at 58 minutes after a very nasty wipe. Dee Dee planned for this. He got that Sun Sword. He saved his charges on his red mage to be sure that he could temper and make it out of here. He has levels. He's actually pretty tied with Maya's levels at this point. But he does need that Ice Cave.
The important thing for Dee Dee right now is that no matter what, even if we have to continue progressing through whatever we can, because the first step is to just stop spinning our wheels entirely, and then we can worry about going to the right place and doing the right things. Maya headed for some white magic, gonna pick up some life too.
Look at the sand a little bit. Shoot the breeze.
And Maya's headed to Volcano.
Yeah, Maya's gonna go probably for armory chest and maybe not much else out of his way, but he's gonna still continue to burn those encounters in that first part of the encounter table. I really like how he's continuing to manipulate that and try and play his best game here.
Mm-hmm. I think of the options, Volcano was far and away the safest. Maybe Maya feels like he's ahead at this point, having seen what he saw in Ice Cave. And he doesn't want to risk wiping in a dungeon that might be a bit too difficult for him.
Yeah, I mean, Maya's still playing it a little bit safe here. I'd be curious to see if he checks anything past this. Honestly, I wouldn't at this point. I'd only be checking things that are in my way. But he still has his foot on the gas, and you could almost tell that he feels behind. But if he knew the amount of knowledge he had over Didi, he might, feel a little bit better. But I don't know too much more that he wants to find. I mean, he could get a better sword, he could get this, he could get that, but none of it could be needed. The only person really hurting for chest checking is going to be Didi at this point when he goes back to that ice cave to make sure that he gets that second loose that he didn't know about.
Right. My only theory at this point is that Maya is looking for a second ribbon, but I believe we still have an incentive? Wait, do we? No, I think we've gone through all our incentives. So we might just be looking for another loose ribbon. He doesn't feel comfortable enough with one.
I'm trying to think if we missed anything. He didn't get the incentive ribbon.
Chat pointing out that Crystal and Slab still turning in.
Yeah, so he could still get a ribbon from there, and he knows he's already found his loose, so he's not worried about it being there, and he did find one ribbon loose, so he knows he's gonna get the rod and the ribbon here very soon.
Right.
So he can't feel that much behind.
Didi made a trip to Elfland. Have to assume that there was an item shopping trip involved.
It looks like he may have not taken some notes. He just checked the castle. I don't know if he knows that's not shuffle. Which is, I mean, it's common. He is one of those people that comes in our community around tournament time. He's not unknowledgeable, but there are some things that could maybe trip him up here if he wasn't looking closely enough or up to date on whatever our developers have been working on.
I mean, I will say that the first time, because I've played a lot of entrance shuffle and floor shuffle, the first time somebody sent me flags that was only town shuffle, it really tripped me up hard because I kept checking entrances and not remembering that they're the same, and then, I would assume a town was the same, but turns out it was something completely different, and it really dragged on my run the first time I tried it.
Yeah.
It's an interesting thing to get your head around.
Yeah, you get your mind so locked into, okay, it's all shuffled. Everything that I know to go for incentive items or my fetch quest turn-ins, it's shuffled. And in the back of your mind, you also link the castles in with that, even though they aren't. So Astos is going to be vanilla, the Prince in Elfland Castle is going to be vanilla. But in your head, you kind of block that out your first couple times playing. It definitely does trip you up. It can put some confusion there. So him double checking, I mean, that's not out of the ordinary. He's just making sure he knows what he thinks he knows.
Meanwhile, blink and you missed it, Maya has taken out Carry 1. And is returning to Lefane location. Probably going to pick up that slab. Maybe a couple gold bracelets. I didn't see how much money we have.
He shouldn't be too bad on money at this point. I don't think he's gone very much shopping here in a while. He's gotta be close to the triple, or the 6 figures there. Yeah, he's got 80k. He's fine, and he's selling a katana for more. 2 katanas. Yeah, he's more than fine on money.
Oh, we're loaded.
Actual Lefane is at Crescent Lake Smashy.
Yep. Kent, do we have enough left to sell to afford one of them gold bracelets?
What can I get by without? That's the real question.
Yeah. So everything that Ash is holding on to, that can go in the wood chipper. We can dump that heel helmet. We might get there, depending on how much stuff sells for.
He's definitely checking the couch cushions and scraping everything together here.
Absolutely. And the cheap heel helm is bad news. We might have to make another trip to the weapon shop.
Heel helmet not yielding much for him. He's really scouring to see what else he can go without.
Yeah. Oh, cheap light axes. Ugh. This is rough.
Oh, he's having an absolute fire sale. Everything must go.
I mean, we're here. We can't leave, without it, because the trip back is terrible.
And we're right at the cusp there.
Oh.
I'll say, please don't sell the Mazmoon, but he does sell the heal staff to get him over the edge there.
Yep. I'd go with that. Sell the silver bracelet so we can afford the inn, and we're good to go.
Maya wanting a complete no-nonsense here. Doesn't want to come back, doesn't want to see this town again. He's like one and done.
Meanwhile, DDG has returned to the ice cave. A lot more levels, some more gear. Let's see how they fare this time.
I really hope he chooses to check those chests down there at the bottom this time.
Oh, it looks like he's checking everything.
He wants to see. Yeah, he is checking the chests he did not the first time around I, but we know those are worthless. Not gonna give him anything he wants. But it's good to see him doing that.
Mm-hmm. Maya again passing up on Mirage Sky. That's right there, and we got everything. Just dip your toe in the water. It's not so bad.
A slab. No one has ever been more excited than Dr. Oon to see a piece of decrepit concrete.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You just hand him a cinder block and he just looks at you and just goes, "My God.
This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen."
Let me teach you this language I made up.
And there's our incentive ribbon.
There's our ribbon.
Gonna take a second to think here. Maybe a bathroom break. We're taking a moment here, and maybe he feels ahead enough that he has to take care of something.
No, we're thinking about stuff.
He's probably taking notes. He's writing off all of his incentive items, his locations, what he's checked, what he hasn't checked. That's a very important part of these flag sets, is taking notes.
Right.
My notebook after I play one of these seeds looks like a beautiful mind and a conspiracy theory. The shorthand I come up with just looks terrible.
So there's the rod. I believe that's everything we need.
Yeah, Maya's in go mode.
Yep.
He just needs to get all of his orbs and he's fine.
DD Gaming on the bottom floor is headed for the 6 chests. Gonna get the good/bad news that both the items he needs are in here.
Yeah, but that's, like you said, good, bad. Bad that he's gonna be this far behind once he sees what it leads to, but good because now he can stop checking chests he doesn't need to.
Right. I mean, in his case, we're still looking for a weapon. We're still looking for maybe a ribbon, maybe some armor.
Mm-hmm.
But
there's still a lot to be wanted here.
But the instant we feel comfortable, we can just go.
Yeah. He just doesn't have to worry about things that are an absolute necessity. He's, at this point, just looking for things that he wants.
Right.
Which is a far better position to be in versus trying to find, like, a loot or a key that you haven't found yet.
Right.
Maya absolutely getting good step order here with these bats. I think that's the first person I've seen so far not be blocked in some shape, form, or fashion. And have to fight the Key boss.
Welcome to Falconic in chat, pointing out that that Mazza was hiding last night, and I'm gonna leave it at that, because I don't want to talk about it.
And as I said, he didn't get blocked by bats. He got blocked by a bat and went and checked the bat room. So thank you, Maya, again, for making me a liar on commentary. I appreciate all of it.
Say hi. You gotta say hi to the party bats. I mean, they're all in a room. They're hanging out. You're just kind of cruising through their apartment. You gotta at least say hi. You gotta,
the sheer hey, how's amount it going? Of terrifying that would be in real life, to go into a room and be like, there's 8 bats in here. But the fact that he checked out is giving the crowd a little bit of a show. He's gonna be feeling pretty good right now where he's at.
Yep.
And I want everyone to say hello and goodbye to this vampire all in, maybe 3 turns it's gonna take him here? Yep,
oh,
just like
tanky
that.
Vampire took all 3 weapon swings. That's a good day for a vampire.
He wanted his name to be read. Maybe he's conducting a bat census. Maybe. I feel like I heard that fruit bats were endangered at this point. So, maybe.
Alright, here's my theory. Now, when you talk to the Hooray Dwarf, it blesses the run. If you visit the party bats, that means that all the rest of the bats will get out of your way. Seems plausible, right?
I mean, I visited Hooray Dwarves twice, and I feel like I was not blessed. So, maybe they cancel each other out. It's like a double negative.
Yeah, it's like an even-odd thing. That explains a lot, actually.
We're gonna see Dee Dee keep trudging through this ice cave, feeling far better this time around, has spell charges, has weapons. Yeah, I don't feel like he's having as bad of a time as he was
no, absolutely.
40 minutes ago.
I mean, we're still gonna have to dodge crack wraiths, but at least we have a lot more tools to end those encounters in 1 turn instead of 2.
Well, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a crack. That's what I heard, at least. Maya gonna continue with his foot on the gas here. Gonna go ahead and take out Lich while he's here, which will be his 2nd orb lit, and I don't think he's gonna take that foot off the gas anytime soon. Lich has the audacity to have a spell list here with Blizzard.
I know.
How dare you?
Look, sometimes when you drive over a speed bump, it just kind of scrapes the bottom of your car because you took it too fast. That's exactly what happened here.
This Earth Cave really wanted to be known today. Vampire making it past the first turn. Lich making it past the first turn.
The nerve of them.
How dare they? Maya probably gonna get some magic here for his knight. Now that his class changed.
That's something with heal 3. That's a big thing.
Gotta buy that lamp. He has to buy it.
Gotta buy the lamp.
I didn't buy it. Okay, Maya loses. He's still dead to me.
Yep.
Focused over here on DD Gaming. He got out of the ice cave. He's making his way down the river system. And DD does have all of the loose items in there, so he's gotta be feeling better. He's probably gonna go turn those in. I can't imagine he's gonna stop at Volcano first. I think he wants to know what those items turn into.
No, he's already done Volcano, so at this point it's just we need to turn in these fetch items. We need to see just how far behind we are.
Yeah, I mean, it's not looking too bad. He doesn't have the class change, and he doesn't have all the gear Maya does, but he could catch up here if Maya sees something nasty or just makes a bad play.
Question in chat, where did Maya get his levels? A lot of places, actually. He took a teeny grind in Melman for a bit. He took a tiny pop grind. He took a tiny river grind. He's been doing a lot of little grinds all over the place. Yeah,
there were a lot of just incremental XP gains along the way. Maya's really been capitalizing where he can, but that pop grind and that early Melman were really the things that gave him the early lead.
Right.
And DD did also do an early level grind. He did it with the Eye and Ice Cave, but he did wipe. And then once he went to Volcano, he caught up with Volcano Agamas. And matched Maya pretty well as far as levels went, but was a little bit behind as far as the loose items in Ice that he didn't know about one of them. Because both of our loose items ended up in Ice Cave this time around, which is convenient, but also how?
Yeah. It's great when you find both of them, but the stuff that was guarding them was problematic.
Yeah,
but the seed also kind of railroaded you into Ice Cave, so
The seed definitely pointed you there, but it's very uncommon for such low chest density to get both loose items. And I can't imagine we'll see that too often, so it's definitely interesting. And there Diddy is picking up the floater, turning in the crown to Astos, who was not the elf prince. How dare he sit here on his throne of lies?
I know, he looks so kindly and old, and he's wearing the royal outfit and everything, and then you hand him a crown, and he repays you by trying to cast spells at you. It's terrible. Someone needs to do something about this menace, I tells ya.
One in 3 neighborhoods are afflicted with an Astos. Be wary of those castles.
Maya storming through Sea Shrine right now. It'd be interesting to see how many more of these chests he opens. I would be done by now. I would be, not another box, let's just go. Maybe he's looking for Power Gauntlet? That's a stretch, I think, but it's a thing he might want. Lack of access to Nuke and level 6 Fade might make him reconsider his endgame power. Yeah, he's clearly still looking for something, I think. But not bad enough to full clear.
DDG's gonna go ahead and get in the air at hour and 15.
Yep. Not the worst in the air time I've seen in this flag set.
No. This flag set, as far as timing goes, can be anywhere from you're done within an hour and 20 mark, or you're here for 2.5 hours, very sub 3 hour timing. So, I mean, they're all over the place. So he's probably not feeling behind now as much, but he definitely has more mobility here. He's gonna go ahead and check out what is Lefane at this point, which, as we know, is Crescent Lake. So he's gonna get a free item here. There's also Fade and Nuke, and then some gold bracelets, which I don't know if he has the gold for, but
no. I mean, we've got the cash for the slab, but nothing else.
Yeah.
Just ignoring the weapon and armor shop, heading straight for magic. See the good news about Fade. And, oh, he does have a black mage, so Nuke's available to him. So, that's not bad. And it's available before class change, which is even better. Unfortunately, we're buying magic before we looked at the item shop, which makes me a little worried. Buying some more magic. A little more worried. We got, oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah, he's having to kind of try and jog his memory as far as what's learnable before class change with which class, which isn't uncommon for runners that are just kind of here for tournaments or people that are newer. So you'll see a lot of those sorry not todays from the vendors, but we do see Maya on Kraken.
Fasting up his Mazza wielder and his X-Cal wielder. X-Cal swinging in 7 hits, 301 damage. Kraken 1's got some absorb today, I think. And some hit points. We're already, I think, right around 800 or 900 hit points in, still kicking.
The Water Fiend with some fire power, if you will, Fizzle.
I see what you did
throwing
there.
out fire too. How dare you, ma'am? But Maya gets through it. A little scraped up, has a couple band-aids there, but he's fine. He's gonna go straight to Mirage, take down Tiamat, and just, yeah, like I said, keep that foot on the gas. I can't imagine we'll see many, if any, chest checks here. Maybe he wants a different sword, but as far as armor goes, he's not hurting.
No. I could see a first floor check on our way out. I could see one side of Sky first floor, greed chest on third floor maybe. It really depends on what we're still looking for and how badly we want it. Meanwhile, DDG is taking some fights on the Lefane Peninsula. Is clearly being grindy about it, because he's headed in the wrong direction. Looks like he got the bad news about the slab and wants to fix his mistake right now.
Oh, he's in a grind for money here. Oh. And, oh, that's gonna hurt so bad when he knows slab turns into nothing that he actually needs to complete the seed. It is gonna give him his first ribbon. Which will be nice for him, but I don't think that's what he's hoping and gambling for here.
I think at this point we have to see that the slab is way out of the way and almost max price. So the thought going through our head has to be, maybe our opponent skipped out on this, so if I could take the time to get it now, things will be okay.
Oh, and he's running away.
But we're leaving the area.
Maybe he's gonna just come back when he has the money instead of just trying to make a small grind here that's really gonna take a lot of time. And he just doesn't want to waste that at this point because he feels a little behind. But for all he knows, that could be the loot, that could be the rod, it could be something that he needs to complete the seed, like a key as well. Because he is missing a lot of crucial items, but he could be selling some gear here.
Gonna investigate Elfland real quick. We don't have the money for the slab, but we do have money for level 3 and 4 magic, so that's good.
Yeah, I like this a lot better than sitting there grinding trying to get the slab. Get your magic first, make sure that your light warriors have everything they need to be prepped for your coming adventures.
Absolutely. Maya crossing level 21 in Sky. Definitely on his way to being Topher capable, I think.
Yeah, he's...
We've already cleared C, so if we're going to be getting levels, this is going to be the place to do it. So I'm a little concerned at the level we're currently at, but it looks like he's just going to take every fight from here to Tiamat, which is definitely the play.
Air's not playing nice. I believe they were unrunnable. And he's about to be on the Bridge of Destiny. Now, we have seen quite a few runners get Warmech here. I saw Warmech. I don't believe Shadow Walker did, but both you and Falconic did see Warmech as well. So our favorite lovable robot chicken is definitely making an appearance these seeds, even though he's just random.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm nothing if not petty, so I'm rooting for everyone to get 4 Warmechs just in a row. Share the pain.
Chat blessing for the Robot Chicken Overlord. We appreciate you guys. We all love to see it. I don't think Maya will take it, but if it's unrunnable, then... Oh! DD Gaming just found a ribbon loose in Cardia Islands.
Yep. DD Gaming making the Cardia Islands check. Gonna be happy with a lot of stuff found in there.
Warmech is a touchy subject for Fizzle. I don't know what you're talking about, Falconic.
I don't know what he's talking about either, and that's why we should stop talking about
He's a crazy person. He's one of those people in the confused old man yoga circle. We don't worry about what he has to say.
Maya now on the Bridge of Destiny. Gonna start with an appetizer and nachos.
You know, nachos, not a bad starter.
No,
it's definitely
absolutely.
a very good carb warm-up to a Warmech encounter, so... You know, you gotta get your carbs in. You gotta carb load.
And then we're gonna follow that up with a second helping of nachos. Tex-Mex.
Never enough nachos?
I mean, it really depends on how we're feeling. Sometimes it's just, it's just nachos start to finish throughout the whole day.
Alright, well, we're taking a little smoke break here with some airs. Before we see Warmech! We got Warmech!
We did it.
And he's gonna take him on. Maya's gonna try.
I'm proud of him.
He's runnable, but he's going for it.
We got fast, we got temper, we got invis 2s. Let's do this.
Oh, Warmech, 2 hits, poison. But 6 hits back to return the favor. We get a fast, we get a temper. His white mages...
Philosophical question. Do we have healing?
Sure.
Alright, backup plan.
Oh, okay.
Yep. No.
No, okay. Double no. Triple no.
That nuke was supposed to be headed in the other direction. That's the key problem right there. And with that, Maya falls to our wonderful robotic overlords.
Maya, we appreciate your sacrifice. You went for it. You had the tools for it, but Warmeck said no.
Yeah. Immediately gets back on the horse, heads straight back up the tower.
Oh.
This is a setback, but he's already mostly in go mode, so it's not the worst thing in the world for him at this point.
No, Warmeck was a Karen that got woken up from her nap and couldn't return something within warranty. She was having none of that, and Maya was not prepared for the firepower.
No, that's the problem with Warmeck. It always looks like a good idea until the nukes and nuclears start rolling out.
Yeah, but he did get some knowledge there as far as spells go.
Yep.
Warmeck having nuke, I would rather see it here than later.
Absolutely. Yeah, much better to have it here because we can get around Warmeck.
We can run.
We can't get around Tiamat 2.
Not that I know of anyway. Is there a way to run through Tiamat 2? Asking for a friend.
I mean, you could try bracking.
DD Gaming, not too far in the past here. He is making some progression. We're gonna see Maya go through here, Mirage Tower, Sky again. I can imagine if he sees Warmeck again, his first thought is gonna be run.
Yeah, probably. No, I expect, Maya opened a lot of boxes in a lot of places. I'm really honestly going to expect DD to not do that. I'm gonna think that DD goes for the bare minimum, and then just has to go.
Yeah, if I had to predict how the end game is gonna be here, I'm gonna say DD is gonna be playing a little bit lower level, maybe class changed, and with a far less gear than what Maya has once we get to Temple Fiends Revisited. I think we're gonna see him just hoping for a paper Topher, where we see Maya preparing for the worst.
DD finally making a stop in Provoca. I had not realized they'd not been there all this time. Also passing up on Lamp. That's a rookie mistake.
Both runners are dead to me.
I know, it's...
Who else can I commentate?
We can't root for anyone anymore. It's terrible.
Everybody's the underdog. Will Cleosus shames you all. Tier Next shames you all. We love Lamp. Alright, Becky's gonna give him the ukulele he was looking for.
Yep. So
he's definitely gonna do that for endgame. Doesn't have the key yet, but that's at least one of the items that he knows he's gonna need. Platypus bringing up a good point. What are they gonna do if they get hit by the dark? You know, nothing. Because they're not blinded by the light.
There's nothing you can do to stop it. Like, the darkness sets in, you get tired, you go to sleep, and then the run's just over. Like,
yeah. And just like that. They're as dead as they are to us.
Maya's second trip to the Bridge Destiny.
Air is not giving him too much of a trouble, but he is getting more all-you-can-eat appetizers at TGI Fridays here today.
Absolutely. After that wipe, we lost a lot of nachos, so we gotta go back to the counter. We gotta get some more.
Never enough chips, never enough cheese.
Yeah, no, we need all that cheese. Just dump it on there. Just like
if I know anything, Gouda needs his cheese.
Yep. So we had Nacho and then Nacho, and then Warmeck. We just had Nacho and Nacho. Let's see if we can make it to the door. Oh, we made it though.
Pointing out in chat, doesn't think that he hard reset. If I was paying attention correctly, he did not hard reset this time. And then also another question in chat, why doesn't he revive the White Mage? He actually Danned, which just killed off his White Mage very early on. That was the force class in this flag set for this week, and he didn't want it. He reset, did 2 red mages, and said, this is what I'm rolling with today.
Absolutely. He made the call after seeing level 1 and level 5 white magic, but knowing everything that we know about white magic, I mean, life is learnable by red mage, and you don't get fade till level 6, so that white mage is just going to be an anchor on the party, and I'm 100% on board with his Dan the White Mage strategy.
Yeah, I am not angry at that at all. We're gonna see Maya has 4 orbs lit at 1 hour and 28 minutes, so we're probably gonna see Maya unless Topher is just very nasty. Maybe a sub 145, depending on how much shopping he does and his encounter table once he gets in there. And Didi further being dead to me, killing a Tyro on his side of the screen.
I'm real sad about what's happening on Didi's side of the screen, because at first I thought we had encountered the mythical blue steak. Yes. But it turns out that it's just food coloring, and now I'm upset.
Yeah, it was a sunburned Tyro. His skin was peeling. He didn't deserve this. He was a friend.
I mean, he's also kind of tasty, though.
Nope. Friends aren't tasty, Pizzle.
Over on Maya's side, we're in 3rd floor of the Temple of Fiends Revisited. Maya's just going for it. I don't think he's going to take another fight between here and a Fiend unless he has to.
Yeah, all I see is unreadables here. Not checking the validation chests, as we call them here, the little freebies surrounding Phantom there. He's foot completely on the gas. It's out of the bottom of Scar. He's going.
Yep.
And
I think we've given up. I think we've given up on any of the extra items we wanted, because if we still wanted them, the validation chests are where you look for them, but we're just going. Yeah,
he might adjust if he wipes here, but I think he feels fully comfortable enough to get through this here. He has the levels, he has the gear, he has the spells. I think he's fine. But we'll see if anything ends up being nasty. Recently.
Taking a Chimera fight, I don't think Maya is confident of Maya's levels. 23. Sketchy. Doable, but sketchy.
I mean, the white shirt, the spells he has, a knight with a decent sword. It's not the Vorpal, so he is lacking there. But I mean, he can't feel too bad here. He may get to 24 before he gets to Chaos, and he really can't be mad at that with class change.
That's definitely the goal. We need to hit 24 to get that 5th Mazza hit. It'll be interesting to see what fights he takes where I wouldn't take the Earths, but we might just be desperate for every point of experience we can get.
Yeah, I wouldn't take these either, but they don't seem too dangerous. He knows he's not hurting for time right now. He feels confident to take these, but that's not a usual fight that I'd take, by any means.
Right.
At which point the Massa goes to the Knight. I don't think he will. I think he wants one of his red wizards to always be a utility, and Mazza is a great one for mages to swing. So, unless if he saves enough charges, maybe. But if he runs out by the end of this, I think that will stay on a red wizard.
I think our mages are going to be magic machines in any fight where power is going to matter.
Yeah.
And
but if we run out... Ugh.
Yeah, in any scenario, I would take Mazza over X-Cal. I mean, it's fine for Lich 2, because he's just an improved speed bump. But once we get in front of Carry 2, or maybe even Kraken 2, I would start to expect some inventory management. Bump the Mazza up to the Knight, and then leave the mages to do all the magic work while the Knight swings the best we've got.
Yeah, I mean, it's just management as far as where our mages are at. If they're out of spells, go ahead and throw it on one of them. Maybe he burns more on one mage than he does another. Mm-hmm. It just all depends. I mean, so far we haven't seen anything too nasty. Those Agamas hit a little bit hard for him, but he's trucking on to Carry 2. And we see Didi doing a little bit of shopping, still continuing on.
Maya's running from a lot of fights that I would probably have tried to take. The 4 Agamas I would have gone for.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when our Knight's still at 23.
There's the Mazda switch. Yep.
Yep.
Didi spinning the wheels a little bit, thinking about what he wants his next play to be as he saves. We got Maya making some adjustments, moving that Knight, smart move. He rezzed that white wizard to be,
yep.
Essentially a meat shield.
Yeah, we've got our Blade of Meat Shield online.
But he's also thrown the white shirt on there. So that's hopefully just going to be the Invis 2 caster, basically, for the 2 seconds that it's alive.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That is kind of the thing that I had considered previously, in that it was going to be white shirt and Viz to get the Knight evade capped in 2 rounds. That theory was contingent on the Knight holding the white shirt, because as we just saw, 1 lightning 2, and we've lost our white shirt.
Oh,
so if we really want that evade cap, that's now 3 rounds of buffing instead of 2.
DD just turned the adamant, which led to the TNT, but he didn't turn that in while he was down there in Dwarf Cave. That's interesting. We're going to see Maya continue on, carry 2, nothing to write home about, but that white mage did go down. He's going to adjust here for a little bit, probably res him again for a meat shield. But I don't know that I trust the white shirt to get off in the first turn always for a level 3 white wizard.
No, I'm a little hesitant about that as well. I would put that white shirt on the Knight. Oh, 6 waters. You got to take this fight. All right, they have thunder. Maybe you don't have to take this fight.
I regret everything.
Yeah. Okay. No, this is an okay thing to run from, but we're kind of really desperate to get that 5th Mazza hit, I think.
Yeah, but we're only on the water floor. You don't want to burn too many life 2 charges here. You only have 4 on that one. Ugh.
No, I think we're just going for it at 23 and see what happens. If we run into a stumbling block, the first thing that's going to happen, I think, is we're going to take a 3rd floor grind to get 25 on everybody. All right, here we go. Kraken 2. We got white shirt. We got fight. We got fast. We got temper. And then we got fast. Swing. Four hits, 4 damage. Oh boy.
Kraken hits hard. That is not what you want to see.
This could get ugly. Alright, 8 hits, 49.
Nuclear, okay.
Here we go. Yep, alright.
Things getting spicy.
We're at 480 damage so far. 7 hits, 1,017 damage. Alright.
Alright, well, we got a nuclear out of the way. And in chat, Maya has something turned on called Modern Battlefield. It's one of the fun % flags. And anybody can turn it on no matter what your sprite hacks are or anything that you're using. It's something you can turn on when you randomize your seed in the actual menu layout.
Yeah, it makes the battlefield screen look similar to like Final Fantasy III, where it takes out essentially the dividers between frames for the enemies and the characters. I don't know, I'm kind of a purist. I like to just have straight, normal, blocky, original Battlefield. But I will admit that this does look nice.
It is very aesthetically pleasing. I usually turn it on when I can remember to do it. But I mean, it's not required. Very few people actually notice it unless it's next to a runner that also doesn't have it on, or if you both have it on.
Right.
But original definitely has that feel to it that makes you feel a little bit nostalgic. Alright, and we're gonna
and our knight's at 24. We took a 3 or 4 worm fight, and we got a level on that knight.
Throwing out that white shirt on the white wizard again. We'll see if they live through the first turn. He's definitely preparing for the worst here. Fasting, tempering, getting that knight powerful. And the white shirt does go off, so he does get at least 1 stack of Invis 2 there.
10 hits, 652
tier
into
4.
A tier 4. Oh.
Great first hit. Tiamat said,
taunted.
No, let's redo.
10 hits for a boatload of damage. That damage is only going to keep going up. The Blade of Meat Shield does its job and goes down. More tempers going off. Let's see if we can end this in a swing. Quad X ain't going to do nothing. We got pro rings. Red Wizard swing, 2 hits, 2 damage. Red Wizard swing, 3 hits, 3 damage. 10 hits, 725. But Tia's still there. 3 hits, 3 damage. 3 hits, 60 damage. Gotta love them crits. Rub doesn't get anywhere. 10 hits, 988. Tia's still there.
Tiamat 2 packing a little help today.
Yeah.
think Dee carb loaded on some nachos here before the fight. That's gonna trip up Dee a little bit if he doesn't find better gear. I mean, Tippers definitely help, but that's a beefy Tiamat, even though he wasn't too nasty. Ugh.
Definitely had notable absorb and had a lot of hit points. We got sorcerers trying to get away before we get cremate burned down. I'm not sure how many heal pots we have left. I think we're sub 30. As long as we get out of here in a timely manner, we should be fine.
Yeah, I think we are sub 30 as well, but he does have some heals on his red wizards that will help a little bit there if he needs to.
DD Gaming returns to the Dwarf Cave. Gonna turn in the TNT this time and get... What did the TNT do again?
TNT... Give us the crystal.
Okay. Alright, here we go. Final Fiend time. We've moved the Knight down to the bottom slot. Here we go. White shirt. Fast. Temper. And swing. Knight's got nothing to do but just
get
swing
punched.
that metal. But get punched. Already, just a fast, and out of the gate, we've got 10 hits, 676. This is looking pretty good. Going with the heal 3 strats, doesn't want to take any chances. Oh, here comes the nuclear.
Oh.
Ooh. That's
great heal 3 cast. Veteran move, moving that knight to the last slot. A second heal 3 cast, but he's really gonna have to work to keep his knight alive here. He's doing good damage and great hits, but Chaos is not playing this time around.
We gotta keep churning out those heal 3s. We don't like our knight at 172. 10 hits, 438. Chaos still up. I think we've crossed the 1500 mark so far. Oh!
And a nuke! Oh, okay.
Oh boy.
So no more healing. He's gonna just have to swing.
That heal 3 ain't gonna do anything. We gotta whole day and pray. No.
He's going for it. Oh no, Maya.
Oh boy.
You gotta swing, Mud. Gotta swing.
Yeah.
He's going for... Oh... I understand, but yeah, there it is. Yeah, you can't play around with a Chaos like that. You just have to swing and hope.
Double nuke.
Here he is sitting in his head, adjusting to what he wants to do differently here, and he's going back in for it, which is going to give DD a little bit more time to catch up here.
Yep. Topher, as always, proves to be the greatest of equalizers. Double nuke Chaos with both nukes early in the spell list, and nuclear. This is going to be a rough go at 23-24.
Maya's going to have to get those levels back to get that swing on that Mazza for him.
Yeah, we're going to be taking Frost Dragon fights. I do not recall if we have Exit or not. I know we have Warp, so I think we might be taking... I think at this point I would take a bit of a third floor grind. Well, maybe not. Maybe we're just headed back into it.
He's gonna take an unrunnable Badman fight. Where DD's at, he's currently going to the waterfall. He's still missing the key that he needs as well. No, he got the rod, so he's missing one key item that he needs, but he definitely doesn't have the gear that Maya has, so he's gonna be a little bit behind in those regards. And his levels aren't super fantastic either as far as where Maya is at, that we know that Chaos and that Tiamat 2 are gonna need some higher levels to get through. So he is behind. Maya obviously has the orb lead, was the first one in Temple of Fiends Revisited, and is going back on his second run here. But anything can happen. DD can just put his foot on the gas here and really catch up, especially if Maya wipes a second time, by trying to heal up that knight instead of just going for the swing strats on Chaos.
Right. DD Gaming continuing to claw back time. In the waterfall, getting ready to get there. Mazza and... What did the robot have?
The robot had Oxyel, so something we definitely need for endgame to get through Sea Shrine.
Right.
So this is going to be a great pickup for him. I think there was Mazmoon in one of these chests in here, so if he finds it as well, he's got the sword that he's going to want for the endgame on his knight, since he is class changed now as well. Yeah, there's Mazmoon, so he's going to go ahead and drop some gear, pick that up. Great find. Probably more comfortable with that than the X-Cal at this point.
Maya continuing his third floor grind. Probably gonna... I wonder how far Maya's gonna take this, actually, now that I think about it, because I feel like 25-26 is the obvious choice, but if we're already grinding and we're afraid of double nuclear, how far do we take this?
Yeah, I mean, he knows what he's gonna face. He knows Tiamat 2 has some absorb, has some health, got through no problem, but he knows Chaos isn't gonna play nice. So, I mean, you can't stand around too long. He doesn't know where his opponent is. He doesn't know what he has, doesn't have, how many orbs. So, for all he knows, his opponent could have already been in Temple of Fiends as well and wiped.
Right.
So, he can't just kind of meander too long. I would say he's probably going to go to 25, but at the same time, if he wipes again and has to get those again without exiting and saving, then he's losing a huge chunk of time here.
Right.
He's been absolutely executing this entire game here, but it's little things like this where you get to the end and you can just lose time.
Well,
But
we
it looks
hit
like he's gonna go
26, and we're
save.
out. We're gonna chomp on some houses, the poor man's full heal, and we're gonna head right back in.
I'd like that he warped out and saved. That's gonna save him time later in here, especially like I was saying, if he has a second wipe. He's not gonna have to sit around and get those levels again to get that extra swing on his knight. So
Exactly.
I do like that play from Maya. A great adjustment, and I think a smart play here, because you don't know how that chaos is gonna go the second time around.
Right.
He's just gonna continually find this unrunnable pack. I don't think he power reset this time either.
No, I believe he's still grinding because he took the gas dragon fight on his way back in. I think he's just doing laps for change of scenery, rack up the tile steps, I don't know, something.
Friends, postcards, pen pals.
Yeah, measuring the floor just to make sure it's even on all sides.
I think Twitter followers, I think is what the kids want these days.
Mm-hmm. There's 27.
Maya definitely getting those Fitbit steps in today. As he takes encounters, he's carb loaded, he's got to get those steps in.
Yep.
He's getting the experience.
Yeah, we gotta
Right,
burn off those
his
nachos.
statement.
If we just let those nachos sit, we're gonna gain like 40 pounds, so we gotta walk this off.
You know, that's fair. That's fair.
DDG making the climb up Mirage Tower. Having some fun with the guards.
Also, with the unrunnable Catmen. Don't like those. Don't like seeing them. Don't want to hear about them. Don't want them to be unrunnable.
Catmen is one of the more awkward enemies to be unrunnable because their M-Def is nothing to sneeze at. And they have, you know, usually decent hit points, decent attack power, but they're usually just not worth the effort to kill.
Yeah, I just... my days and ordeals have told me the horrors. But he gets through them no problem. He's gonna heal up, continue his trek on. Nope, he's gonna skip those chests there in the greater than less than room.
No, with Mazza, I feel like he knows that you just gotta go.
Yeah.
We spent a lot of time not completing Ice Cave that had everything, so we have to catch up.
Yeah, he knows Maya at this point found that first. He knows Maya was in the air quicker than him, but he's got 2 ribbons at this point. He has Mazza, which was a great pickup. He has Xcal as well if you wanted to shift that Mazza, which I think it is on one of his mages at this point.
Yeah, Mazza's on one of the mages to keep Xcal on the knight.
So he's got to be feeling alright. He keeps finding this unrunnable pack, which is unfortunate, because he's definitely trying to pick up some time here.
The Catmen just get one last lap. He steps from the teleporter, but the Catmen say, no, you're going to deal with us one more time.
We don't get many visitors. You're going to see us. You can't go away. And also, you know, we're going to try and sell you some Girl Scout cookies while we're here.
Yeah.
Maya's gonna continue to do a little bit of a grind here. Is he going for 30?
It's an excellent question.
He's at 29, I think, on all of his people here.
Right, we're at 29, but I don't know if this is an I'm done or a oh, this is a I can't eat the last house because that's gonna mess up my inventory, so we're gonna go back to the inn.
So he's
that makes me think that he's done.
I think he is, as he smashes in the middle driveway of Canaria.
Look, some people are not good at parking. It takes them a couple of attempts.
Just a 3-point turn, it's okay.
Yeah. More unrunnable badmen over on DD Gaming's side.
Yeah, as he is down on a knee with his red wizard, loses a black wizard. Swinging for the fences here. Yeah, chat pointing out, he bought one house at first just to kind of keep everything even, but then he went back and bought more, so that makes me think that he's gonna take some more levels here.
I think Maya is gonna make another chaos attempt and see how it goes, and if it doesn't work, then I would expect more grinding. That's my guess.
Yeah, I mean, he has a lot of unknown with chaos because he didn't continue to swing. He went for the heal 3 strats on his knight. For all he knows, he could have been one turn away.
We're taking a worm fight, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything just because of how much experience they're worth and how apparently flimsy they are. We're running from frost dragons. Well, moment of truth. Meanwhile, DD Gaming in the teleporter maze, it's about to be his moment of truth. On the bridge Destiny, get your bless RNGs out.
He is taking the left Twix strats, which we don't see very many people walk for the teleporters.
No, absolutely. That's a deviant move right there. Only real proper people go right and then down.
We gotta watch out for this guy. Doesn't take lamp, goes left, can't be trusted. Red Hydra's definitely giving him a proper greeting. Don't like that he's on the bridge. He didn't pay the toll. And we'll see if he finds a war mech here.
Skates right on through and is on to Tiamat. Meanwhile, Maya is headed downstairs, so gonna take another shot at Chaos. But is gonna take all the easy experience along the way. We know that bad men are unrunnable, so we don't have a choice there, but we also know that gas dragons have like, what, 300 hit points? So...
yeah, he's gonna take the free XP. Tiamat 1 fight here on the right side on DD. Very interesting palette swap. Ali pointing out, doesn't know what his path is. That tells me all I need to know, sir. You probably go left. And don't pick up lamp. Well, Cleos is also pointing out, could the tides be turning? A curse for not picking up lamp. Yes, I would agree.
Yeah,
had they
no,
gotten
definitely.
lamp, it would have been first time through Topher. DD would have got through ice.
Absolutely.
They don't know the power of lamp.
No, the only way to fight so nuke is bright, and the only way to fight a bright light is with another bright light. You need lamp. It's just science. Like,
who doesn't have a lamp in their house? It's great utility. DD takes down Tiamat, even though he doesn't have lamp and he went left. So we're gonna see a big catch-up there on his side. Maya's gonna continue on through. Earthser saying, "You shall not pass," and he says, "But I want to." So he tries to run, successfully does.
a lot of annoying punches from those Earths.
Yeah, he's definitely getting a lot of encounters here.
We're gonna have to take a heal break soon, I think. Oh, we're paying respect to Lich too. You never want to see that.
Is Lich 2 gonna make it? Lich 2 made it to the second turn. Bravo, Lich 2. Bravo.
Yeah. Yeah, good on you, buddy.
You tried. You were more than a cardboard cutout today. Good for you.
Yeah.
DT Gaming gonna make his dive into Sea Shrine. Again, don't think he's gonna check anything in here. He has most of what he wants. He's just gonna go straight for Kraken.
We have to go. We We got 2 more fiends to kill before we can enter Topher, and we're approaching the 2-hour mark. We just gots to go. Maya healing on the fire floor. Approaching the first real boss of Topher, Carry 2.
Oh, those Agamas are giving him the bedroom eyes right now. And now the angry wife eyes? They have all the eyes, and all of the gazes in the stairs. Those Agamas just don't want him to get to Carry 2. All he wants to do is get through Temple of Fiends Revisited right now. He wants his second try. He wants his win. He wants that sub 2 hour. And those Agamas are saying, let me tell you about something real quick. Do you have volcano insurance?
Let me show you my blue steel.
Not having it with that one Agama giant pack. He's had enough. He's angry. He just wants to be done.
Right,
Keep
here
you
we
in
go.
chat. The googly eyes. You never want those.
I mean, I wouldn't run from that because I would be curious to see where it goes. Like, all right, here we go. We got the ablative meat shield up to take us Carry 2.
He didn't switch the white shirt on it.
Whatever. We got heal 3. We're fine.
Well,
Everything's fine.
Free meat shield, free heals. He'll probably adjust after this. He sees that he made that mistake. And Carrie having ink. Carrie? You're not cracking. Little bit of a slow start here. Carrie not doing anything too dangerous, but does get that white wizard down with that lit 2. But we have 10 hits for 668, and that's all she wrote. Bye, Carrie 2.
Interesting note, my math had that Carry 2 hit points as well over 900, so definitely something you want to pay attention to, because the longer any of those Fiend 2 fights go on, the more of a skill list you see, and that's never good.
Yeah.
Speaking of things you don't want to see, Thunderwater.
You mean 2 things that don't go together?
Yeah.
Sugar water? Don't want to see it.
It's the ice cream pizza of Topher.
Gonna heal up, go ahead and get all of his minuing done. DD Gaming still going through Sea Shrine here on our right-hand side. Maya making his way over to Kraken 2. Gonna get stopped just beforehand with an unrunnable seafood pack. It looks like DD's taking a little bit of a grind here.
Grinding on the Sharknado tile, it's interesting. I don't know that I'm in favor of it. It honestly comes down to how dodgy the Wizzsahag is and how dense the Gersharks are.
Yeah, they don't look too tough, but he knows Maya hasn't finished yet, so he knows something has to be spicy in Temple of Fiends. If Maya hasn't done yet, then maybe he feels like getting these levels now are what he needs to do.
Sure, but I think we would be better served getting these levels Topher 3rd floor than we would be Sharknado tile.
Oh, I absolutely agree, but I can see why he's doing it, but it's not the tile that I would take, but he is an old school name in the community, doesn't play very often, comes around for tournament time, so maybe this is just where he's comfortable.
Yeah, maybe this is maybe this is the thing that he planned out in advance, that, you know, when everything's gone wrong, no one does Sharknado tile, and according to his math, it's what he needs to get into fighting shape. So
yeah, the break in case of fire.
Yeah.
We see Kraken 2. He's gonna go ahead and get that fast off on that knight. That white shirt did make it to the white wizard and is getting casted before it goes down like a cement block in the ocean. But Kraken 2 still swinging hard. Doesn't kill anybody this turn around, but does go for that red wizard that was giving him the cockeye. He didn't like the way he looked. He didn't like the cut of his jib.
Oh, we don't like either red wizard.
Whew.
We just don't like red
hats. Maybe he doesn't like hats.
Now, as we all know, Kraken has Lifecaster Seeking Tentacles, and I think putting that white mage out in front has angered Kraken, because Kraken knows that white mage doesn't have life. So, definitely going to be going straight for those red mages.
Kraken knows Maya has been here before, doesn't like him, knows it's just a cardboard cutout of a white wizard and not a real one. Isn't buying into it this time around.
DDG on Kraken 1 floor. gets the bad news about Thunder Waters, but I believe that's 3 ribbons. Because, yeah, that Thunder isn't doing anything except to the Black Mage.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting that knowledge out of the way quick, and we're doing a sort of weird Back to the Future high five here with water floors and encounters. I don't know what yin and yang we've just upset, but I'm sure somewhere out there in the world something is off balance.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, Maya taking out a vampire pack. A runnable vampire pack. I guess he's real nervous about that chaos. Just wants to pack on just a couple more levels.
Pack on the levels, the pounds. That's what you do when you get older, right?
Yeah.
You just continue to gain a plethora of levels on the scale.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way it goes.
I'm getting my freshman 15 here, and I'm in my senior year of college, so who knows? See him at 2 up here on our screen. We're gonna see that White Wizard go ahead and flail that brand new white t-shirt at him.
Oop.
Or no, we did not get that off before the White Wizard went down, but we did get some tempers on that Knight. Gonna continue to temper up that Knight. He doesn't want to be here another turn. He knows that White Wizard went down. He's not gonna sit around and play games.
We also know that this Tier 2 has buckets and buckets of hit points, so we just need to fill in the tempers and just keep a swinging.
Yeah, he's gonna get this down. He doesn't want to be here. He doesn't want to just see it for much longer, but it looks like we're gonna go to our 4th turn here. Hopefully he's not gonna cast that Cure 4. Okay, terminated.
There we go.
He gets through Tiamat 2. He's gonna get that White Wizard back up. Hopefully get some Invis 2 casts off for Chaos. But I would almost switch that to one of my Red Wizards at this point, because I know that White Wizard isn't gonna live maybe even past that 1st turn.
Right. DD Gaming making their way through the Earth Cave. This gap is just closing and closing and closing.
Yeah, DB definitely capitalizing on the fact that Maya hasn't got done. Maya doing a great rearrange of his party, making sure the Red Wizard with the most charges is getting flipped around. Our cardboard cutout is in the 1st slot. Our Knight that we want to protect in the 4th. Great moves.
We get the white shirt off, that's nice. But we know that melee is not the thing we need to be worried about as the Knight gets punched.
No.
It's the spells and skills that we're concerned about. But already, right out of the gate, 10 hits, 1,000 damage. We gotta end this fight now, Maya says. 10 hits, 544, but here comes the
nuke that we knew that was gonna be here. Our Red Wizards are down, they're not feeling good, but Maya has that strong Knight. He's timbered, he's fasted. I think he has it this time, Fizzle.
We gotta get that Knight over 300. Ooh, down goes a Red Wizard. 10 hits, 936, still alive. Let's try another heal 3. That Knight can probably survive a nuke, but I don't know what's gonna happen when that nuclear rolls around. Just gotta get all the healing we can get. Another swing, 10 hits, 1,000 damage!
He did it! At an SRL time of 2 hours, 2 minutes, and 16 seconds, Maya clutches the win! GG, Maya! And as we switch our focus here for a little bit to DD, while we wait to see if we can get Maya in here for an interview, he's going through to light his 4th Ort. He doesn't know what Temple of Fiends Revisited holds yet, but he's not stopping. He's continuing on, he's not going to forfeit here, and he's going to give us a show, and I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Go ahead and give DD Gaming a follow, show some love. This is just... You gotta finish the thing. It ain't over till it's over.
Yeah, DD Gaming actually plays a couple different Final Fantasies, so he'll be streaming here for the tournament, but 3 to 5 days a week he does other Final Fantasies. I think he's on 12 right now, so he's a great person to see some content out of, an absolute trooper in the seed, and just a great name to see come up in the tournament since he's been here so long. Not fighting the same bot basses that fastest bosses that Maya did. And probably not going to go into the fruit bat party room, but trucking through Earth just the same. Gonna find out that Lich 1 is paper, as he seems to always be.
Absolutely. Then Lich 1 is definitely a speed bump, and I like to think that if you can kill Lich 1 in your first action, that's jumping the speed bump.
Oh, and the spiders had the audacity to have toxic.
Sure, I mean, they gotta have something going for them.
You don't want a spider bite. But
yeah,
here
no.
we are with Lich casting Blizzard in an Earth Cave, which is weird.
Lich 1 trying his air conditioning tricks again, but DD Gaming's wise to it. Just stabs him.
DD Gaming's has paid his energy bill. He doesn't want any of this. Not even summertime. How dare you? It's spring.
I know, you can just open a window. You don't need to turn on the blizzard.
Doesn't look like he's going to do any shopping before attempting the Temple of Fiends Revisited. So
we're
that
just
means
gonna...
he feels comfortable with everything he has in his inventory, his party, and all of that. He's going to go ahead and go for endgame here. Also manipulating the encounter table there and resetting out of that first encounter.
So one thing that DD Gaming has going for them that Maya did not. We've got a leveled white mage, and I believe I saw Cure 4 in there somewhere. I think level 6 or 7. And we've also got Fade. I think we're gonna see an easier time out of this, but that knight's got to hit 24, and we got to get that. We got to get that Mazza 5th hit.
Oh, and that Phantom took the Red Wizard just straight out of the game. Didn't want him. And we are joined in here by ichbinmiah. GG, Maya. And it looks like Maya's having a little bit of trouble here. But he'll join us here in a minute. I can't wait to hear his thoughts on the beginning fetch quest shuffle purgatory that we were in there for a while until he found the floater. But we have DD Gaming still continuing, trucking on. Hasn't made it to a fiend yet, but isn't having too much trouble. Hey, Maya, yeah, we can hear you.
How are you?
We're doing good. How are you?
I'm tired, but I got through it, so hooray for that.
What did you think of the beginning game there? You guys had to go through a little bit of a key item shuffle tango twister match there to even get your floater. Did you feel behind it all, or did you feel like you were in the same exact spot that your opponent was? Looks like we might be having some technical difficulties again here from Maya. He cannot hear us. So he can see us talking, but can't hear anything.
Fizzle Beef and Mogwai, thank you very much for commentating today. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, not a problem. It was great to get an early morning match out of the way. Little bit of a mix-up there in the beginning with the seed, but it was great to get some very early morning action going on.
All right, and well, unfortunately, we don't have time to sort out these technical difficulties, and coming up next on Speed Gaming 3, we have Pac-Man World 2. Let's go ahead and just unfortunately, we can't stick around for DD Gaming's end, but go ahead and give them a follow. Go ahead and check them out on their stream. Go ahead as they get through this tope. Go ahead and, Mo, what are your final thoughts of the seed we've got so far?
I think it was a very entertaining match. I definitely like a not jet seed, so I do like that our runners did have to go around a little bit to find their items that they needed, especially the floater. I really liked that we had to see Maya struggle a little bit there with that first wipe, but I also like seeing DD not too far behind. He did take a little bit more time to level, but here he is in Temple of Fiends Revisited, only 6 minutes behind Maya, and is about to fight Carry 2. So I encourage everybody to go to DD Gaming's channel, watch the end of his stream, see how Chaos goes for him, but I think he's going to have a little bit of an easier time since he had higher levels this time around.
All right, and thank you to Speed Gaming for hosting us. Sorry we went a little long today. You can never tell how these seeds are going to go sometimes. Thank you to Maya, thank you to DD Gaming for putting on an excellent show. Thank you to my co-host in the commentary booth, Moist Mogwai, and thank you to Ali Jabrap on tracking. It's been a ride, and I have enjoyed it.
Yeah, not an easy tracking adventure for Ali Jabrap, so I appreciate him being here. Appreciate Speed Gaming going ahead and giving us the restream today. Thank you all to our wonderful viewers here today, and GG Maya. I'm glad we could put an early morning show on here for you. We also have another round tonight. I don't know if it'll be on Speed Gaming, but it is Minochi and Hyro Fellows, one of my duckies versus the Cookie Monster himself. So, have some more action coming here tonight. Go ahead and give all of our runners a follow and give them a congratulations. It was a great showing and just a great start to the day.
Absolutely. Thank you everybody for watching, and we will see you next time.